Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aura and today we are going to talk about starseeds and the human experience. And we're going to do this because I've been receiving a lot of messages from beautiful souls that identify as starseeds who are fed up with the human experience and would just want to go back home. And because I also used to feel like this. So I find that it's very, very important for us to understand why we're here and why this specifically, this incarnation is our mission right here, right now. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. To begin with, for me, this is a very sensitive topic because those of you who are feeling like we are so done with this human experience, we are so done with the suffering. I can't even tell you how many beautiful clients, how many beautiful souls I've worked with who were crying during the session, not being able to understand why there is so much suffering in the world. And this basically describes the first 29 years of my life. Maybe not the first ones, because the first 5 years I was here remembering all of my other lives, and I remembered all the joy and all the love and everything, which was still very much taking place and emanating through my physical body. But after around the age of 4 or 5, I started absorbing more and more of this human experience, of the human suffering, and it felt like I shouldn't be here. So it was a shock for me, this density, and it is a shock for so many of us. The most important thing for each and every one of us to understand is that we are not here by mistake. Again, this doesn't just come from my own personal experience. It also comes from the sessions that I've been having, where one of the most prominent question, and I do ask every single client to consider asking this question during the session, is why am I here? What is my life purpose? Why did I incarnate in this body, in the family that I incarnated with, experiencing the problems that I'm experiencing, and so on and so forth? What is the whole meaning of this? And the answer is always because you were supposed to experience all this so that you become your true essence, your true self, who it is that you truly are. The idea is that we incarnate in this body not to lose ourselves in the dense and dystopian ways of this society and of this system within which we incarnate into, but to change it through us being and expressing our true essence, living this life as our authentic self. And this always butts heads with our ego, the part of us that is playing out the programs, that wants to be the good girl, the good boy, that is playing out the programs in order to stay safe. It's a protection mechanism that the body has, and it runs the programs from our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is the memory that lives within each and every single cell in our body. It lives within our DNA. And it's the memory of everything that we experience, that we absorb from this life, from the year 0 to 12, the first 12 years of our life, and also the experiences that our parents have had, which have been passed on to us through the DNA, because we are made up of their DNA, their genetic construct. So science is now finally showing us that not only are we experiencing the pain of the events that we experience personally, but also of the traumas that our parents have lived through in their lives, because these emotions are embedded within our genome and passed on to our children. And the way to override that is by living as our authentic selves. Within the first years of our lives, that is harder to do if we realize that the way that we are as ourselves is unaccepted by the people around us, by the society that we incarnate into. Then usually as a human being, we are given the choice to be our authentic selves and to risk not being loved by our family and our caretakers, or to discard of who it is that we truly are in order to keep ourselves safe. In later years though, when our survivor depends on our responsibility, where we need to be accountable for who it is that we are and what we do with our life and how we live our life, that's when we have the opportunity to return back to who it is that we truly are, to our true selves. But most of us don't do that because we become so comfortable with playing a role that implies us being separated and fragmented from our true self, from our true essence. And this is where suffering takes place. Suffering is a byproduct of fragmentation, of abandoning ourselves, of splitting ourselves into different roles in order to create a sense of safety and of meeting everybody else's expectations around us. But the entire purpose of this beautiful, magnificent, and miraculous human experience is to get the ego to be on board with the higher self, with our true essence, with our soul's purpose, with who it is that we truly are. It is to get our ego to trust our core essence, our true nature, to trust the life force energy that flows through our body and our unique essence, which is like nothing else. And it's not supposed to be like anything else because, again, according to physics, there are no two particles in the entire universe that are the same. So it is impossible for you to be like anyone else. This is you forcing yourself to be something that goes against the very nature of everything that exists, of everything within this matrix. So by default, by nature, we are created to be our unique selves. So the point here is that you incarnated in this world. Each and every single one of us did this, incarnated in this world to be yourself. And by doing so, you give permission to everybody else to do the same. It's a ripple effect, which is why by healing yourself, you heal the world. By freeing yourself, you free the world. And what is it that you are healing and freeing? It's the ego. It is your identity, remembering itself as pure consciousness. That doesn't mean that you are discarding of anything, but it's a transformation and it's a unifying process. This is what unity consciousness is all about. It is the ego having the courage to embrace its true essence and its true calling and its unique being. Now I will be touching on a heavy subject because I have to, and it has to do with the wish of exiting this world, of exiting this human experience. Because so many people that feel like this, that feel like they are just done with this, they want out, have the impression that they are alone, that nobody else feels the way that they're feeling. But what I want to tell you is, if you feel like this, you are not alone. Your suffering is absolutely valid. But one thing that I want to say here is, and also I know this because I have experienced death. I have been clinically dead for a few minutes. I had a near-death experience, and what I was told is that I have to be here. I have so much to do in this life. The entire point of my existence, of my soul's intention, was to incarnate here and have this human experience so that I fulfill the unique mission that I have in this life right here, right now. And the entire evolution of the universe depends not just on my experience and me being here, but on each and every single one of you. Because every single one of you, every blade of grass, every single living being, every single human being is one small part of an entire organism. And if this one small part refuses to do its job and refuses to be its brilliant self, then the universe cannot be complete. So each and every single one of us has a huge responsibility, and that responsibility is of being your unique self. Also, the problem with exiting this life right here, right now, is not just that you're gonna return home. If you exit this life when you have not fulfilled your mission, you will incarnate right back in the same suffering, in the same construct that you have left behind, because there is something to be learned here. There is something to be integrated for the expansion of your essence, of this piece of the organism that is you. That needs to be fulfilled, that needs to be expanded. This part of the organism that is you needs to experience itself as its pure essence under these specific circumstances that you have been dealt. And it's not that you have been dealt these experiences, but you chose them. They are directly compatible with your soul's mission. None of this is happening to you. Everything is happening for you, for your specific and unique evolution, which in turn ripples out and triggers the evolution of the entire universe. Another thing that I would like to say, it just sits on my mind, is that throughout all the sessions that I've ever had, and not just my sessions, but also all the sessions that I've listened from all my colleagues, everything that I've ever read about, everything that I've ever known of in my line of work, and I'm talking about my personal experience here. So again, I'm talking about tens of thousands of people. Only one has happened to not have a life outside of this planet. Only one has incarnated only on Earth. And maybe this client was not ready to find out about more aspects of themselves other than the earthly ones. It's interesting though, because this client was consciously aware in their everyday life of galactics. They were talking about different galactics from different places, but during their session, only their human aspects were shown to them. So what I want to say with this is that from my experience, every single person that I've worked with has galactic aspects, meaning again that we are all multidimensional beings. You don't just have this human life happening right now. You have many, if not infinite, and the truth for me is infinite aspects of yourselves, and each and every single one has infinite aspects of themselves, which are not only human, but also galactic and so much more. And I'm talking about people who have never, ever even considered galactic life. I'm talking about clients who were shocked during the sessions, so shocked that they would open their eyes in the middle of the session repetitively because of the information that was coming through. So again, in my experience, the fact that you are a starseed is not a very rare characteristic. I'm sorry to tell you, this is not what makes you unique. What makes you unique and special is your soul's blueprint. It is the aspect of your true essence, which radiates throughout all of your aspects, all of your fractals. And usually it's not that you have your origins only in Sirius or Andromeda or the Pleiades, or you only belong to this one species. What comes through in the sessions that I'm offering are so many different species and aspects that I've never even heard about, that are not documented anywhere. And it turns out that we are not just multidimensional, but we are multi-racial. And this is also how and why unity consciousness works through each and every single one of us right here, right now, reminding us that we are all, and at the same time, we are nothing, because we are also the void, which is the nothingness that creates the all that is. So you are not here by mistake. You are here by design, by the intention of your soul to have and experience this life, to fulfill a mission that is yours uniquely. But there is one mission that we all have, every single one of us has, and that is to live this life as our highest expression, as our true authentic self, unbound by limited beliefs. And when we do that, again, we not only free ourselves, but we free and heal the world around us. But liberation starts with you, which is why the saying, be the change you wish to see in the world, is not just cliche, but it is exactly how things work in this reality. If you want to live in a healed, peaceful, loving world, then that healing needs to start within you. That peace needs to start within you. That love needs to begin within you, not within your neighbor, not within your politicians. And in order to achieve this balance, you need to harmonize yourself with your physicality. That is starting with your physical body. Each and every single one of us, as we incarnate in this human experience, we are compatible with our bodies. Your soul is not compatible with the body of anybody else. You are compatible with your body. Your DNA, your molecular structure, your physical body is directly compatible with your soul's blueprint. You have built this body together, and you've created this body according to your needs. So for instance, if there are things that don't agree with you when it comes to food, when it comes to doing certain things, when it comes to living life a certain way, then what you need to do is bring your body in harmony with your soul, with the needs and requirements of your true essence. When you're going to do that, you will harmonize yourself, and not only will you harmonize your physical vessel, but you will also harmonize your physical reality, everything that surrounds you. Because as quantum physics has shown, our state of being creates our reality. Consciousness creates reality. If you are in a state of imbalance, you will experience more imbalance. When you begin to be in a state of balance, you will learn to surf the waves of whatever may come your way, and thus create more balance in your everyday life. And then you'll just get to watch miracles unfold right before you in your beautiful everyday life. This is the mission that each and every single one of us has. And in doing so, we inevitably fulfill way greater missions, which change the world one by one, step by step in our beautiful life, and person by person in this beautiful, global, co-creative unity consciousness experience that we are here to embrace and partake in. If you feel that you are ready to explore your consciousness and dive deep within your multidimensional essence, then I'm here to help you with one-on-one sessions. Otherwise, you can find this beautiful playlist that I have created with multiple meditations called Soul Alchemy. You are going to see it at the end of this video, and I hope that this information was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them in the comments below. As always, I love reading your messages and I love connecting with you. And as always, I bid you a most wonderful moment of the infinite now. Take care of yourself, stay awesome and incredible. Bye!